Shalom from Israel. I'm Hananya Naftali, and today we're talking about a new chapter for the free world. With Donald Trump back in the White House very soon, could we finally be entering an era of true peace? And what does this mean for Israel's enemies, especially Iran? This isn't just politics, so stick around. To say Trump's return is welcomed in Israel would be an understatement. Prime Minister Netanyahu himself called it history's greatest comeback. And it's easy to see why. Look, Trump's previous term wasn't just good for Israel. It redefined what support means. Trump didn't just talk, he took action, moving the US Embassy to Jerusalem, recognizing Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights, and of course, laying the groundwork for the Abraham Accords. This is real leadership. Leaders like Trump show that peace isn't achieved by pacifying bullies or hoping they'll play nice. The Middle East respects strength and clarity. Peace, if it's real, only comes when there's someone bold enough to stand up to the thugs of the world. And here's the truth. Israel needs allies who understand that being strong isn't the last resort. It's the only option. But before we continue, if you want to take a stand against those who wish to silence us, our voices, and Israel, then go and shop on theisraelstore.com. Let's be bold and clear about where we stand. Iran is the elephant in the room. They're not just a local threat to Israel. They're the head of the axis of evil, as Israel's incoming defense minister, Israel Katz, put it. Their nuclear ambitions, their support for terrorism, these aren't just problems for Israel. They're threats to the whole free world, including America. And guess what? Trump understands it, and he's not going to back down. Under Biden, Iran got comfortable pushing the boundaries. But with Trump back, that's over. Iran has been put on notice. Trump's policies weren't about provoking. They were actually about showing Iran that there are lines you don't cross. The regime in Iran needs to know that if they continue with their nuclear ambitions, they won't just get words in return. They'll face real consequences. And we know all too well here in Israel that sometimes the only way to prevent a war is to make sure your enemies are terrified of starting one. Trump's first term gave us the Abraham Accords, and that was historic. Israel has now formal peace agreements with the UAE, Bahrain, and Morocco, and there's hope that Saudi Arabia could be next. If Saudi Arabia comes into the fold, it would be a game changer. This is the biggest player in the Arab world, the most important country in Sunni Islam, and partnering with them would be like adding steel to the framework of Middle East peace. Imagine a region where Israel and Saudi Arabia stand united, not just in defense, but in economic cooperation and innovation, in a vision for the future of our peoples. That's not just peace, that's prosperity. And here's the catch. It's not about compromise, it's about shared interests and common threats. Saudi Arabia knows Iran is their problem too. They know that aligning with Israel means security for them as much as it is for us. Trump isn't a man of empty promises. He didn't talk about maybe moving the embassy. He did it. He didn't theorize about peace. He brokered it. Now, as he steps back into office in January, I have no doubt that he'll continue to be the kind of leader who backs up his words with action. And let me say this, the world needs leaders who don't care if they're popular, but care deeply if they're right. Weak leaders make peace look like a favor to be granted. Strong leaders know peace is a right to be defended. The Bible says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked rule, the people groan. This isn't about preference, it's about survival. Peace in the Middle East isn't achieved by appeasing tyrants, but by making it clear that if they step out of line, there are consequences. With Trump back, Iran's days of playing nuclear games may be limited. They have been testing the waters, hoping for leniency, but now they are dealing with a leadership that doesn't play games. And honestly, Iran's leaders are fools if they think they can continue down this path without a response. When you allow a bully to push you around, they won't stop until you push back. Iran may think they can keep going, but the reality is that they're running out of time. Israel will do what it takes to protect itself. And with Trump, we know that America has our back. Trump was the one who applied heavy sanctions on the Islamic regime in Iran. And that's, by the way, why they tried so hard to take him out during the election race. They hate what Trump stands for. Now, I know it may sound strange or corny, but I genuinely believe that we're closer to peace than ever before. Not because our enemies have changed, but because we're standing strong. And when Israel is strong and our allies are solid, there is no room for terror regimes to thrive. The possible Saudi-Israeli alliance isn't just about preventing conflict. It's about building a vision for the future. Imagine a Middle East where people don't live in fear, where trade flourishes, where economies grow together. That's the power of real peace. But here's the point. Peace isn't automatic. It's not something you get because you wish for it. It's something you secure through strength. People want to make peace with the strong, not with the weak. Israel is standing firm. And with Trump's comeback, I believe that the path to peace has never been more promising. Peace belongs to those who are willing to fight for it, not those who expect it to be handed to them. If you agree, by the way, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Let's keep standing together, learning together, and supporting each other. Thank you so much for watching. Let's keep hoping, praying, and standing strong for a peaceful Middle East. Shalom.